Hi everybody, we are back again with a pick a card reading. If this is your first time here, I would love it if you like and subscribe. And if it's not, again, I would love it if you liked and subscribe. It really helps the channel and gets it going so that I can get this message out to other people. So, does this person want this relationship? We spent a lot of time thinking about, well, how do they feel about it, this, that, and the third. Let's get right down to the nitty gritty. And does this person actually want to be with you in a long-term relationship? So this could be someone that you are on and off with. This could be someone that you are not talking to. This could be someone that you are just getting to know in the first place. And I hope that it would be more of someone that you're just getting to know, because whenever we're getting mixed signals, it's most likely a no, babe. Just being honest. Anyway, so we have three groups, and to my far left is going to be this first group, which is the Happy Tarot. It's a new deck for me, and I really like it. Very cute, you will see. Then we have the Kawaii Tarot. Also a very precious deck. And my Everyday Witch Tarot. Which I also love. I love all my decks, I can't lie. So take your time, take a breath. There's no rush. And know that the best answer will come for you. And if you feel drawn to more than one pile, definitely check out another pile, just in case. Okay, I hope to see y'all there. Hello, pile one. If you chose the Kawaii, not the Kawaii, this is the Happy Tarot for your group. This is you. You are here. You are welcome. What is up, babies? So we are going to pull some tarot. We're also going to pull some oracle cards a little later on, more towards the end of the reading. So first, let's get a couple of cards about what the situation looks like. And then let's see if they actually would like to be in some kind of committed relationship with you. I think this reading is going to be a little bit shorter today, but I always feel like it will be, and it's usually not. So let's see. So let's get 3 cards for what this situation looks like. What does this situation look like? What is that? 7 of Cups. Okay, and let's get some cards on whether or not this person actually wants to be in some kind of relationship with you. Let's get some cards on that, Spirit, please. Get one more. Okay, so for your current situation, it feels like this person is kind of coming out of something bad. I would say with the 3 of Swords coming out, this feels way more like a past energy, and it feels like something they're maybe kind of just working through still, especially with the 8 of Pentacles coming out. It feels like the focus is kind of on them. And with the 7 of Cups also coming out, this feels like maybe it felt like for a while they have a lot of options, but maybe those options are kind of weeding themselves out. It doesn't feel like they're losing options, but rather they're just kind of picking through what feels best for them. Yeah, especially with the 8 of Pentacles, it feels like there's been a huge focus on kind of bettering where they're at and what they're doing, especially if it involves their line of work. They're kind of trying to just maybe level up their skills, maybe even trying to get like a promotion or something. But also it could just be them kind of working on what their daily routines look like and how they kind of take care of themselves, especially with this 3 of Swords coming out. It definitely feels like this person is still kind of in that heartbreak and kind of still feeling it. So it does feel like that is something that they could be dealing with, and if that resonates with your person, I would definitely consider what that means to you and what that looks like for this relationship. So on the bottom we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. King of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. This person could be very money oriented at the moment, and that might be their main focus. And I think that's something to definitely consider. With the Seven of Pentacles kind of coming out in the middle, I feel like this person is not really in a rush to maybe get things going between the both of you. That doesn't mean that something isn't going to happen, but rather it's they'd rather just watch it grow and kind of see what happens. Because with the King of Pentacles, they're kind of starting to feel within their own, money and their own life, and kind of just enjoying what they have already and kind of learning what that feels like for them. With the Page of Pentacles in reverse, it kind of doesn't feel like any moves towards making this something permanent is going to be happening anytime soon. Especially with the Two of Pentacles coming out, it feels like there's a decision that they're trying to make, but they're unsure. And with the Page of Pentacles coming out in reverse too, it just doesn't feel like a lot of movement will be happening very soon. But then you have the Knight of Swords, so it feels like maybe they would want to be honest about how they're feeling within all of this, and maybe they're just wanting to let you know that their main focus is themselves, but they are, willing to allow space for somebody else to kind of come in here. Let's get some clarification for everything. So let's start with the Seven of Cups. Eight of Pentacles. And Three of Swords, please. I like this deck a lot. So you have Seven of Cups, and then on top of it you have the Eight of Cups coming out upright. Definitely feels like they're trying to just kind of walk away maybe from other situations, because it feels like it's just not working in a lot of those situations. And again, kind of just weeding out what feels best for them, and realizing the people that are kind of hindering them in these things. It doesn't feel like it's necessarily walking away from you, but rather just walking away from relationships, even friendships, that just don't feel like it's progressing their lifestyle and what they want to be doing, where they want to be going, all those kinds of things. With the, what is this? Oh, this is the Queen of Cups in reverse. With the Queen of Cups in reverse, it kind of feels like they might not be at the most emotional state in their lives, maybe not as receptive as they would like to be, because I think they're just focusing on them at the moment. And I think this is kind of where you've met them, just focusing on what they want to be doing, where they want to be going, rather than investing into a lot of emotional kind of things. Yeah, three of Swords and Five of Swords coming out right on top of it. Definitely, this person went through a lot in their last relationship. It could have even been like a cheating situation, or just something where it felt like there wasn't enough energy being given to them in the first place within their last relationship. And it could be vice versa. Maybe they were the one who was doing the cheating, but it doesn't necessarily feel that way, because it feels like your person is the one going through most of the pain here. So that can, again, kind of leave somebody definitely very emotionally distant, especially if they're wanting, or if you're trying to get into something that is a little bit deeper. I don't think this person exactly has the emotional capacity at the moment, just because they're needing to heal their trust with any other potential partners. And again, that's kind of why they're weeding all these people out. So, Page of Pentacles in reverse, please. So for the Page of Pentacles in reverse, we have the Nine of Swords. And definitely I think this is something, if they are wanting to kind of make a commitment towards you, or if it feels like they're wanting to make a commitment towards you, it's really hurting their own feelings in a lot of ways, and it's definitely something they're thinking about because they're not sure, or they're just kind of not wanting to make that move, and maybe they're unsure of how to kind of tell you that or speak to you on that. This is definitely something that kind of courses through their mind a lot, definitely something they're consistently thinking about. And I think once they're able to find those words, they will definitely tell you, but it's something that is really hindering their mind at the moment. And I feel like this is coming from a very genuine and soft place within themselves, where they are just really hurting and they are just trying to focus on what they're doing and not exactly trying to get into anything too specific at the moment. With the with the Devil in reverse on top of the King of Pentacles, it feels like a lot of their codependent behaviors came out in this last relationship, and this is something they're learning to let go of, as well as possibly letting go of, substances, or also just kind of learning to be less obsessive with situations such as relationships or even work as well. As well as just, romantic relationships where people can kind of get obsessive with the partner. And I think they're just trying to learn to lean into themselves and what it feels like to be comfortable in what they're doing. With the Seven of Pentacles coming out, with the Knight of Pentacles coming out in reverse on top of the Seven of Pentacles, it definitely feels like they are wanting things to grow, but they're unsure of which direction that will take. And they're unsure if when it gets there, they will be willing to invest as well. So I definitely am getting kind of a mixed feeling about this. I think they just want to see what happens in general. I don't think they necessarily have a yes or no for you, With the Two of Swords in reverse coming out on top of the Two of Pentacles, it definitely feels like just massive land of indecision, rather than making any kind of decision or wanting to kind of make those steps towards a decision. They're just deciding to not make any kind of decision and allowing themselves to kind of just refute the emotion and not even really look at it in a lot of ways. With the Seven of Wands coming out, it definitely feels like in a lot of ways they want to let down these boundaries that they have with maybe being able to say not right now to this relationship, but that has been proven very difficult for them. And they are wanting to come in, kind of, again, letting down those boundaries and kind of come in and tell the truth, but it has been something that is very tricky and sticky. That's the exact kind of terminology I would use for it. So let's move on to the Angel Answer Oracles. I got Success coming out in reverse. Reconsider. And I think this reconsider is definitely coming on their part. They're definitely kind of considering all their options here, and also considering whether or not getting themselves into something else would be a good idea in the first place. Even with the Success coming out in reverse and the Remain Positive coming out next to it, it's definitely a reminder that whether or not this relationship finds itself into something more stable, allowing yourself to remain positive about any other possible relationship that is coming soon, I think would be really helpful here. I know that I crossed the line with you, and that's kind of that Seven of Wands coming out in reverse. It definitely maybe feels like, I think that's where this Nine of Swords comes out too, where maybe someone's boundaries were crossed in this situation. Maybe someone was led on a little bit too long within this situation, and I guess they might be feeling that regret that they felt. I left when I saw you with someone. These feel very specific, and I'm kind of unsure where to take it. But yeah, definitely if they ever saw you, or if you saw them with someone possibly, kind of allowing yourself to just walk away, because that can really hurt someone's feelings, you know? Get one more from this deck. I wish I had treated you better. And again, that's that Nine of Swords. I think this person has really maybe done some things that felt inappropriate here, especially with cross the line, you know, crossing those boundaries. That can be really difficult for a lot of people to kind of learn how to work out. And I think that's definitely something that is very heavy on their mind at the moment. So this calling in your soulmate that came out kind of comes in with the remain positive. If you allow yourself to kind of maybe in some situations, because this doesn't apply to everybody, in some of these situations I feel like if you allow yourself to remain positive about this relationship, good things can come forth. It doesn't necessarily mean that this person will happen, but it can, you know. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. And I think that's something that's big here. And I think that's also why this person wishes they could have treated you better, or at least maybe have spoken up earlier about how they were feeling or where they were at in a lot of these spaces. And I think the person that I'm possibly reading for needs to let go of what is going on with this situation, and again, just allow it to unfold the way that it does. Okay, group one, this was short. I didn't lie to you. I hope this was helpful. Again, if you want to like and subscribe, I would love it if you did. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. Hello, group two. If this is your if this Kawaii deck, if this is your group, hi group two. If this is your group. If this Kawaii Tarot is your deck, you've definitely come to the right place. Welcome. We are going to definitely get a couple of oracle cards out just to kind of get more clarification and see where this person is at. But we are trying to figure out how this person, or if this person wants to be in a connection with you, rather. So we're going to get 3 cards for how this person is feeling, how this person, like what this, why can't I talk? This person might be stumbling on their words. Maybe that's why this connection hasn't kind of found anything yet. You might make them nervous. Let's get 3 cards on what this relationship looks like. Some 3 cards, please, Spirit. And I will definitely be clarifying all the cards that come out. I'm trying to keep this a little bit shorter today. Trying to be concise. That's what I'd call it. You got 4 cards. I'll take them. And then let's get 5 cards on whether or not this person wants this relationship, if they want to be with you. I'm not going to take all of those. I'm just going to take this first one. Please, Spirit, let's be concise. One of the decks, a bunch of cards fell out, so it definitely feels like this person has a lot to say if they haven't had a lot to say before. Again, we have a bunch of cards coming out. I'm not going to take all of these, Spirit, please. One more, please. Shh, don't tell the other groups. I feel like this person has a lot to say and they have not said much. So I will just take it as that. Okay. 10 of Pentacles in reverse coming out feels like this relationship, they're scared of whether or not, I think actually maybe even a last relationship felt like it could have been something that would have gotten very long term, or something that even felt like it was financially like a gain for them in a lot of ways, and I feel like it just didn't work out. With the Knight of Pentacles coming out, they definitely want to invest into something, whether that's you or I think it would just, if it is you, it's definitely just a longer time. And you would kind of have to be patient with the situation. Four of Swords coming out as well in reverse. Definitely this person is needing to take a step back and they're kind of refusing to, and eventually, soon enough, Spirit will catch up to them and kind of force that break on them. I think it's kind of tied together with this past relationship, because there's the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak, and then the Four of Swords, which is that time of rest after heartbreak and allowing ourselves to recuperate. And I think maybe this person didn't take that time. With the Fool coming out in reverse, they're definitely unsure of whether or not to kind of dive into this. And maybe that's what happened in their last relationship. They kind of dove in and it led to wrong things. And, you know, sometimes we do have to take that deep dive, but sometimes it is not necessarily the best decision. And I think that's why this Knight of Pentacles is coming out. They're kind of just wanting to watch things build and kind of take time with this. So do they want this relationship? I think, yeah, with the Two of Cups coming out, definitely they see it happening, you know. But with the Page of Wands, they don't feel exactly at the status that they should be to be kind of making those bigger gestures just yet. But there's a lot of passion there, and it's definitely kind of moving, but I think it would be at a slower pace. Judgment in reverse. They're definitely kind of getting those downloads of, yeah, this needs to happen. What are you doing, you know? But they're not listening because there's, I think, a lot of fear here and maybe still a lot of pain that they're working through. With the Eight of Cups coming out, I definitely see them kind of needing to walk away from something else first before they make a decision to really come in here and really give themselves up. With Eight of Swords as well, I think it's kind of just needing to walk away from the prisons and the boxes that they kind of hold themselves in, from moving outward of this relationship, or even just kind of not being able to speak as well. Again, I'm getting a lot of not being able to speak and not being able to kind of speak up about how they're feeling or any of those kinds of things. Kind of wanting to learn how to walk away from those feelings and learn to walk away from those the institutions that put us in these kind of predicaments where we don't allow ourselves to kind of open up to what we know to be best for us. Queen of Cups coming up in reverse. Definitely there's a fear here of getting in touch with their emotions, but then you have the King of Cups as well. So it's like, and then you have the Hierophant like right in the middle. So it's like they're wanting all this long-term commitment, but I think there's this fear of allowing themselves to open up in the first place. And they know that they have this emotional availability and they know they can be direct with their emotions, but I don't think they're necessarily in the right place to do so. They know they have the capability and they know they want this to be something that's long-term, but they're not wanting to, and maybe not wanting to look outward for any kind of help or any kind of learning on how to make these feelings bigger and better. Let's get some clarification. I'm just going to clarify all of them like I did for the last group. So 10 of Pentacles. Eesh. I think with the Ace of Pentacles coming out, they're waiting for the exact moment. And I think they're waiting for the opportunity to feel like they can invest into something else. With the Page of Cups and the Knight of on top of the Knight of Pentacles, it definitely feels like this person is wanting to kind of learn how to refresh those emotions, and they're kind of taking those first steps again into what emotional literacy looks like for them. And availability as well. I think they've kind of cut those things off within their life because something in their last relationship was really difficult for them. With the Sun coming out on the 10 of Pentacles, I think they're realizing that long-term success can happen even without this last relationship. And I think that was a big thing for them in this last relationship, and that kind of like in a lot of ways, it feels like a lot of emotions were closed out from this last relationship, and rather the focus was just like money. And that can be the number one reason why people break up. And I think it was a big thing in their past. I'm going to move on from that. Fool in reverse with the Knight of Swords on top and the Seven of Swords. Definitely someone in the last relationship kind of just left without saying anything. And kind of just, everything just kind of closed off. And I don't think it was them. I think it was this other person. Kind of just, everything just kind of stopped. And this person came in, you know, sword drawn and just kind of ready to cut things off and cross that out and cross that line. You know, and I think this was very difficult for them, and I think it stole a lot of their mental fortitude about what relationships are like, and how people treat each other in relationships as well. I really think their last relationship did a big number on them, but they're kind of not sure how to take that time to reflect. And Ace of Pentacles coming out too. They're just waiting for a better opportunity to be able to invest into themselves. I think a lot of things are coming up about this person's past relationship, and I think it's just been I think it's just been something that has kind of kept them from moving into anything else. And it doesn't mean that this person doesn't want to be with you, but I think they just need to do some healing first. I don't necessarily not see them making a move, though. Like in the last group, it felt like they needed some patience, kind of, and to kind of just let go of what would happen with the situation. But I feel like this person kind of wants to make more of a move here. And would be more willing to kind of be able to simultaneously work on themselves while being in this relationship. So with the Page of Swords coming out on top of the Page of Wands, again, they're trying to, even though they feel really passionate about this situation, they're kind of just getting their footing still. And again, they're kind of just, with that Seven of Swords that we talked about, where there was that loss of self, they're trying to kind of regain those truths with the Page of Swords, and trying to regain consciousness, trying to regain consciousness after a time of really feeling down on themselves and down on where they're at. Two of Cups with the Five of Wands coming out in reverse. It definitely feels like they're kind of done fighting their mind on this, or they're trying to finish up those fights that they're having in their mind about committing to this relationship or getting into this relationship. With Judgment in reverse, and you have the Three of Swords right on top of it, definitely this heartbreak is still kind of right there, and that's why there's this big fear. So it feels like there's very opposing forces happening here, and opposing feelings with this person, of really wanting to let go of how deeply hurt they are, but also simultaneously not knowing how to kind of let go of those feelings. With Eight of Cups, and then Eight of Cups and then Seven of Wands coming out on top, I feel like this person is kind of learning to walk away from old situations, and also wanting to learn how to put up boundaries within new situations, especially relationships, so that they don't kind of go through this same kind of process again. They really fear the same kind of thing happening again. Queen of Swords in reverse, with the Eight of Swords below it. It definitely feels like this last person that was in their life was really able to put that number on them, and was very distant, and was very cold. Again, a lot of money was involved in this. So this could have been someone that wasn't very connected to their emotions at all, and just kind of saw relationships as a long-term financial commitment. And this person was able to really do a number on their self-esteem, and was able to kind of tie them up and leave them bounded, so that no one could really get in when someone tried to get in at the next entryway. Queen of Cups in reverse, and then the Star on top. It's like there's this beautiful wish fulfillment that comes with you. And it kind of shows them that they need to learn how to take care of themselves, and how to be gentle with themselves, so that they can allow themselves to really open up to what these feelings are. With the Five of Cups and the Hierophant in reverse, I feel like this long-term commitment was, this last commitment was supposed to, again, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, be long-term, but that didn't happen. And they're still just kind of working through what that feels like, and just having a lot of really deep down days in their emotions, and really deep down, just really not feeling the best about themselves, and about, what long-term relationships look like to them. King of Cups, and then the Ten of Cups as well. This definitely, again, that wish fulfillment is coming up, and this person sees you as someone that can bring that joy and that happiness back into their life. Not in a way of like, you are the only thing, but they realize that you kind of open up a spectrum of emotions that they had forgotten existed. Yeah. So let's get a couple of oracle cards. Only a few, please. Oh my goodness. I really think this person has a lot to say, and they might not be the most talkative, Okay, that really wanted to flip. We have Don't Stop. And I think this is this person, I think this is more for my person receiving this reading. I think don't stop trying to make this move with this person. I would definitely be clear about your intentions if that hasn't happened yet, but definitely do not stop pursuing this person, and that's what I'm getting here. Get 2 more. The situation will improve. It came out in reverse. And I usually don't, I try not to read these in reversals, but it does feel like this person has a fear of their own situation not improving, or their own emotional state not improving. But I think that it can and it will. It just needs to take some time. Choose a new direction. I think this is definitely for this person kind of needing to realize that the path that they're taking on all of this may not be the best, and they need to kind of, again with the star, learn a new and different kind of way of recharging and taking care of themselves, and learning to take care of what they hold close, and also choosing a new direction outside of that Eight of Swords, where they're allowing themselves to be open and talkative and emotionally receptive. Okay, so let's get 3 cards. I said it earlier, don't stop. I will wait for a sign from you. I think maybe this person might be just waiting for you to make that first move if you have not. So this is a good sign for that. You were the best thing in my life. I think this is more like present. Sometimes these aren't very present. But this definitely feels way more of a present kind of card, especially with the 10 of Cups. But it also could be talking about if this was a person that kind of got away, or someone that you weren't able to commit to at the moment. With that 10 of Cups, again, they're just realizing that this is the relationship that they would have loved to commit to. I replay our conversations over and over. Again, this might be someone you're not talking to anymore, and I think that might be a big reason why this person is unsure of how to approach you. And again, they're just wanting to kind of make these moves, but they are maybe waiting for you to make that move first. Okay, so let's get 2 more. Release your ex, and this is definitely what this person is needing. A release from their ex, a release from the past energies that kind of hold them down with being able to move forward in this situation that's right in front of them. 1 more, please. One more. Flirt. Which is, again, I will wait for a sign from you. Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Definitely, if you feel like this person is waiting for a sign or waiting for a move, definitely make that move. And I think it would be highly receptive on this person's end. And, you know, extend your lighthearted energy. Definitely be light and playful about it. You know, sometimes flirting can get a little heavy. Definitely allow it to just be easy and simple, because I feel like this person still has a lot of things they are working out. Okay, group 2. I hope this was helpful. If you want to like and subscribe and all those beautiful things, I would love it if you did. And thanks so much for tuning in. Bye. Hi, everybody. Welcome to group 3. If you chose the Everyday Witch Tarot. Oops. Wiggle, wiggle. This is your reading. You have scrubbed to the right place. Glad to have you here. So, like we did with the other groups, I'm going to try to get what this connection looks like at the moment. Oops. It's been more of where this person is kind of coming from. And then we are going to get whether or not they want this relationship. So let's get 3 cards. Just 1 more, please. I've been trying to be as quick and more concise with what I'm saying in these readings. So if this is a little shorter than usual, I'm not sorry. And let's get 5. One more, please. I really wanted to flip. Yes. No, just one. Just one, please. So, where this person is coming from. I feel like they have possibly already made a move, or they have made their emotions clear, or they have let you know where they stand within all of those. Knight of Swords. With the Page of Pentacles, I think they have yet to make an actual tangible move, whether it be small or anything like that. I think there just hasn't been any kind of maybe opportunity to do so, but I think they have just kind of let you know, they've just honestly let you know about how they feel. I do see the Six of Cups coming out. Excuse me. I do see the Six of Cups coming out, and it makes me feel like they really feel a deep connection to this, whether they've said that much or not. Definitely feels like this person is connected to you in a sense of it might have felt very easy from the beginning, or like you've known each other, or maybe you have known each other for quite a while. Even childhood friends or something like that. But either way, it feels like whatever this connection is, it kind of hit the ground running. It was very easy for them to kind of open up to you in that sense. Do they want this to happen? I'm kind of getting a mixed energy here. You have the Three of Swords coming out in reverse, so this definitely is them kind of healing from possibly a past relationship. Or possibly any other kind of heartbreak, but they are taking the time to do their own self-healing. So this feels like it's coming from a good space. With the Queen of Swords, I feel like they know what they want out of this situation, and I feel like they are being very level-headed about how they treat the situation and how they treat you within all of this. It might come off as a little cold sometimes, but then you have the King of Cups too, so I don't feel like it's that cold. I think it's just direct, and they're very good about communicating what they're feeling. With the Moon coming out in reverse, it feels like maybe they're scared of where this relationship may lead, or there's kind of those fears of this relationship ending as well. And then you have the King of Swords in reverse. And this feels like a whole different energy from the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups. You know what I mean? It's just very I don't know where this is coming from. This might be your energy, to be quite honest. They might have been because they're all looking at this King of Swords in reverse. The King of Cups and the Queen of Swords. They may have been very honest about where they're feeling, and then the King of Swords in reverse is kind of like they're unsure where you stand here. And maybe you've been very indirect with how you feel and not exactly speaking all the truth about where you're at or how you're feeling. That could be very honest. And I think that's why maybe they haven't made that full connection, or have made that full investment here. I think maybe mixed signals from your end are coming out, and I think that's actually why I'm getting these kind of mixed signals as well. So let's clarify. These cards are moving everywhere, and it's driving me nuts. It's always these cards too. These cards love to just shuffle anywhere. And let's get one for the Six of Cups, please. Where's my nose so itchy? Three of Swords. Queen of Swords. Again, we have all these offerings in the direction of the King of Swords. Even the Queen of Swords kind of has her hand out towards the King of Swords in reverse. Too many. I feel like the bottom three that are coming out on this top part are actually where you are coming from. And I think maybe your last connection wasn't exactly the best. You have the Five of Swords coming out. And this is all what I'm getting, kind of sensing. And it just doesn't feel like this bottom row is connected to the person I'm reading about, but rather for my reader, or the one being read, rather. Anyway, I feel like the last relationship that you were in was just not a moment. With Five of Swords coming out, definitely somebody was in a cheating kind of situation, possibly, or even just somebody investing too much time in other things or other friends or other situations and was not giving enough time to this specific relationship. And obviously that can end really poorly in a lot of ways. With the Empress coming out in reverse, it feels like, because this King of Wands came out in reverse, and I'm going to reverse it because that's where it was at. With the Empress in reverse, it definitely feels like there's a lot of you not feeling within your own energy because of this last situation, and not feeling as though you are feeling comfortable within yourself or what you are able to manifest, and just even feeling comfortable in your own beauty or your own body. And then you have the World in reverse as well. It feels like there is another chapter of your life that needs to be closed before you're able to invest into something else. And be able to find this kind of self-esteem again, and find your own footing within all of this. With the Wheel of Fortune, I'm able to see that I feel like this relationship could head in the right direction. Definitely kind of a stroke of luck here, and I think it could definitely happen. But I think someone in this situation definitely needs to kind of open up and allow themselves to be honest about what is going on here, or how they're feeling, or even just where they're at emotionally and what they're working on within themselves. With the Knight of Cups, again, like I said earlier, I feel like this person is trying to offer their love to the King of Swords, and with the Queen of Swords on the bottom as well, kind of with the hand gestured outward, trying to allow them to be open and honest with them. But I think this King of Swords is just not ready for that. With the Seven of Wands, this person might want to start putting up defenses because of the other person's inability to open up and be honest about where they're at and what they're feeling. Yeah, Ten of Swords in reverse, on top of the King of Cups. I think this person has, in a lot of different relationships, gone through a lot of stuff, and they are at a point in their life where they're not letting those kinds of things get to them anymore. Um, and they are truly, really emotionally open and ready to kind of receive you. um, and they're wanting to, but again, this King of Swords and then this King of Wands did come out in reverse when I pulled it. I definitely feel like, again, kind of that Empress energy as well, just not feeling within your fire, not feeling within your passions, and not feeling within the truth of yourself enough to be open enough to receive this relationship. Yeah. Um, I really need my person who I'm reading for to open up to the situation and allow themselves to realize that this other person is not here to hurt them, and that this person is not here to uh, play them. And it really feels like this person is really ready to be in a relationship here. So let's get 3 from this deck. Improving health, and this could be the person that I'm reading for. There's a need to kind of improve themselves and the way that they look at relationships and the way they look at the way they interact with this person, that is kind of just improving the health of themselves and kind of their mental health and their own self-esteem. With Don't Stop coming up, I think this is kind of this person wanting to not stop making those moves towards you, or making I feel like this person has been very honest with where they're at, and I don't think they are going to stop making those moves towards you, whether you're ready or not. And not in like a weird creepy way, but like, you know, like they want this relationship to happen. Forgiveness. I think the person that I'm reading for needs to be able to forgive whatever happened in the past. That's why this world is coming up in reverse. I think there's a lack of allowing themselves to not only forgive the person that did it to them, which is a big, you know, that's a big ask and that's a big task, but also forgive themselves for staying in the situation or whatever happened within the situation. Just being able to forgive themselves for, you know, what they feel like they maybe missed out on. We need to let each other go, and this does not feel like this connection at all. And this feels like this is coming from a completely different space. But this could also be for the person that is getting the reading and is kind of really hesitant towards moving into this relationship. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you, and I think this person that I am reading about. I know this might get confusing, but I hope I'm making sense. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I feel like this person definitely spends a lot of time, most of their time, thinking about this relationship and wanting it to happen and wanting it to work. My life is not as together as it seems, and I feel like, again, this is for the person that I am reading for. And then there's this huge fear of not being ready enough for this relationship, but I don't think you're not. You know, it doesn't feel that way. It might feel like there's some things that need to be closed, but it doesn't even feel like they're really that heavy, especially with the World even just coming out. That's the last card, so it's kind of like that's the last card in the whole tarot, you know? So it's very much the final chapter of all those feelings. You deserve love. You are lovable. And that's that Empress coming out, and that's that King of Wands and that King of Swords. Whoever has made you feel like you are unlovable, you are. And I think my person getting this reading needs to be reminded of that. This person is ready to commit to you, but I don't think you're letting it happen. Attraction. You attract love by enjoying the moment, this moment fully. You got a third one, and I'm gonna take it. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Allow yourself to invest into this person. It feels definitely like, you know, there are things that need to be closed off here, but like I said, it really doesn't feel like it's that deep, and it feels like you're on the last leg of it, especially even with the Ten of Swords just coming out. And there's the Seven of Wands coming out. This person is very scared of continuing to try to commit to you because they are still just so unsure of how you feel or where you're at. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully and not allowing yourself to be present in what is currently happening within this situation, and focusing on what has happened to you in the past is not going to let this person have any space to come into your life. Okay, group 3. I hope this was helpful. If you want to like and subscribe, I would love it if you did. And yeah, thanks so much. Bye.